Hey guys, so guess what? I just watched the first two episodes of Hawkeye and I have so much to say. Now, you guys, I am not allowed to give my full review yet. That is going to be coming soon, don't you worry. But this is what Disney calls and what Marvel calls a social reaction, which means I can give you my thoughts, but I really cannot dive deep into the details. Like I said, don't worry, I will have that for you very, very soon. So if you haven't already subscribed, be sure to do so and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss my full review of Hawkeye. But let's dive into it. Let's talk Hawkeye. I'm so excited to spew my thoughts and my reaction to these episodes because, oh my gosh, my mind was blown. So, all right, let's talk all things Hawkeye, guys. Hey, Tessa from MamasGeeky here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. All right, so I need to preface this with something. Hawkeye, Clint Barton, is one of my favorite Avengers from the comic books. I think he's the best Avenger. I've said this many times. Hashtag best Avenger is who Clint Barton is to me. So I am and always will be just a little biased towards any story that we get for him. I feel like we finally are getting the Clint Barton that I have wanted to see. We get a lot of time with him. We get Dad Clint, which is the best. I love getting to see him spend more time with his family, especially after everything that he has gone through. So full disclosure, I'm a little biased when it comes to Hawkeye, but what I'm going to tell you now, after these two episodes, this show has the potential to be my favorite of the Disney Plus Marvel shows. I feel like this is more MCU than any of the shows we have gotten before. Not to say the other shows were bad, because if you guys follow me, you know that I don't feel that way. I don't think that at all. But this one just felt more Marvel, maybe because of the action and the story that we get and the visuals that we get. It just felt more like an MCU Marvel show versus trying to do something new. And that's not really it's hard to explain because it's very similar to like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but then more like a Marvel show. I don't know how to describe it without really getting deep into details because there's specific reasons that I'm going to talk about that. And I will talk to you about it in my review, my full review. And this just felt more Marvel to me, felt more MCU to me than things like WandaVision and Loki. I really enjoyed it. I mean, the first shot, let me just tell you, the opening scene is the perfect way to introduce this series, to introduce Kate Bishop. I love getting to know Kate Bishop in this. She's another one of my favorites in the comic books. I adore her. And I think Hailee Steinfeld, she embodies who Kate Bishop is in the comics. She is perfect. She like kind of fangirls over Clint a little bit, which is absolutely necessary. That's absolutely who she is in the comics. And I just felt like I was her. I was like, Kate, I'm you, Kate Bishop. I'm you, except I'm not so good at archery. There's humor in this. There's heart in this. I will tell you, within 15 minutes, I was sobbing. I was a sobbing mess, an absolute sobbing mess. Shocker, right? If you guys know me, you know maybe I cry quite a bit. Probably too much, but that's just me. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm an emotional person. And this show, I think I was just so anxious and excited for it, but a little bit nervous. Like, Hawkeye's my guy, and I wanted to make sure they did him right. And just from these two episodes, they have so done him right. There are so many nods to the comics, you guys. Listen, we get Lucky the Pizza Dog, which we all know from the trailers and set photos, but oh my gosh, I was so excited to see him. But there's so much more from the comics too. Of course, we get that Tracksuit Mafia, which again, we've seen in the trailers. It's really, really amazing, the things that they've taken from the comics and thrown in here. There's so much I want to talk about that I can't talk about yet, but I thought it was just so well done. Like, this series, again, from the first two episodes, I can't say maybe it will fall apart. Probably not, but maybe it'll fall apart. Listen, this is based solely on the first two episodes, which we are going to get together on the same day, November 24th, which I'm excited for everybody to see, but perfect. Literally the words in my mouth. Like, when the first episode ended, I thought, wow, yeah, this show is perfect. Perfect. I have nothing bad to say about it. Second episode continued that thought, like, wow, no, this is genuinely a perfect show, especially for those who love Clint and Kate. Like, this is so good. It's so close to that Map Action Run. It's in the comics, which if you haven't read yet, definitely pick it up. There's just so many little nods for comic book fans, but I think those that haven't read the comics are truly going to appreciate this too, and appreciate the story that they're bringing forward, right? There's Listen, oh my gosh, if you love Nat like I do, there is the best way. They pay homage to her the best way. Again, with the tears and the sobbing, right? But I loved it. And then, of course, we do get that Rogers the Musical, which let me tell you guys, I want that musical in real life. Can we please have an Avengers musical in real life? I'll go see it. I don't care. Even if it's atrocious, I would go and see it. I mean, listen, that part is so much fun. And it's just, there's so much to love about this. Plus, it's around Christmas time. And it's actually around Christmas time, right? This is set during the holidays, and it is the holiday season. So it just gives you that little bit of merry and that little bit of bright and that little bit of family, right? Like I said, you get Clint dad in this, and you get to see, or dad Clint, I guess, you get to see him as a dad as part of this. And that is just a side of him we haven't seen much of. So I really, really love that. I love that they brought that into the story. Listen, this is basically, I gotta tell you, perfect, right? The first 2 episodes are so good. It's easy to just, one ends and you need to watch the other one. I was upset I only got the first 2 episodes. Now, the first one is, I think it was 47 minutes long, including the title sequence and the credits. And the second one, I think, was like 49 minutes long. Same thing, including the title sequence and the credits. And can we talk about the title sequence for a second and how perfect it is? It's amazing. I was smiling from ear to ear watching it. It's one that, you know, when it says skip intro, I will never skip the intro. I will definitely watch it every time just because it's so fun to watch. It's like a animated style, comic book style, and it was just like, I'm in. I'm so in. I was from that moment I was in. And like I said, the beginning of the first episode really does a great job of introducing Kate Bishop and just a connection between her and Clint that feels like it makes sense. I'm trying real hard to make this not a review, just to make it a social reaction, you guys. It's hard. So I'm going to stop here. But listen, my thoughts are, it's perfect. Of course, Jeremy Renner is amazing as Clint Barton. We already know that, but we get to see another side of him that is just fans of his have been begging to see on the screen, and we are finally getting it. Hawkeye feels like the most MCU show of the Marvel shows, has the potential to be my favorite, and Hailee is just perfectly embodies Kate Bishop. She's amazing. I adore her. I can't wait to see more of her, but she just feels like Kate. She's like perfect. She's got her sarcasm and her wit, but also like her kick-assery or whatever you would call that word. She's got that of Kate's as well. You guys let me know if you're excited for Hawkeye down below in the comments, guys. Again, the first 2 episodes come, I believe it's November 24th to Disney Plus. Trust me, you're going to be mad just like I am that when they end, you're going to go, oh, I got to wait another week for more. I have to wait even longer. Feel bad for me, guys. I know, poor me, right? No, I'm just so excited for more. I adored this. I adore Hawkeye though, guys. I love me some Hawkeye, and I'm just so glad he's finally getting his time. Be sure to give me that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this, plus my full Hawkeye review when I am allowed to drop it. I hope you guys check out Hawkeye, seriously. And again, check out that comics. If you head to MamasGeeky.com, I actually have a list of Hawkeye comics that you should check out before watching this show. You still got a little bit of time. Order them on Amazon and read them up before this show comes out. You guys can follow me over on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at MamasGeeky over there. MamasGeeky. Thanks for taking the time to watch this, guys. See you next time. Thank you so much to all of my monetary supporters, my members here on YouTube, as well as my patrons. If you haven't joined yet, please consider doing so. We have some really awesome perks, including a monthly Zoom meeting where we get to talk face to face. Thank you again to everyone who supports me.